Dealerships are slashing $20,000 off brand new trucks. Across the country, desperate car dealers are offering jaw-dropping discounts to move inventory they can't sell. A $48,000 Ram 1500 is being marked down to $30,000, but hidden fees and sneaky tactics could turn that dream deal into a nightmare. Why are prices dropping so fast? What tricks are dealerships using to recoup their losses? And how can you avoid getting trapped? This could change how you buy your next car forever. What's happening? Car dealerships are desperate. The auto market, once dominated by high demand and limited supply, has taken a sharp turn. Now, dealerships are slashing prices like never before. Imagine walking into a showroom and seeing a brand new truck with a sticker price close to $50,000 being marked down by an eye-popping $20,000. It sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? But here's the thing, it's real, and it's happening right now. Take the case of a Ram 1500 truck. Its manufacturer's suggested retail price was a hefty $48,000, but one dealership has cut that price drastically, offering it for just $30,000. Yes, you heard that right, an almost $50,000 truck slashed by nearly $20,000. These numbers are not just attention-grabbing, they reveal a deeper story about the shifting dynamics of the car market. What could possibly drive dealerships to offer such steep discounts on brand new vehicles? The answer lies in a combination of overstocked inventories, dropping demand, and increasing pressure to move products off the lot. But don't celebrate just yet. These massive discounts often come with a twist that could make your jaw drop for all the wrong reasons. These discounts may look enticing, but hidden fees are waiting to catch buyers off guard. What could dealerships possibly be hiding behind such bold markdowns? The truth is more frustrating than you'd expect. The truth about friends and family fees. It all starts with the discount, but the real surprise comes when the paperwork begins. You might think that a truck priced at $30,000 is the deal of a lifetime, until you see the additional fees. Dealers are increasingly relying on something called friends and family fees, and they can add thousands of dollars to the final price tag. One buyer shared their shocking experience. After negotiating a $20,000 discount, they discovered a hidden fee that added another $20,000 to the cost. Just like that, the deal of the century evaporates. These fees are not just frustrating, they're a calculated move by dealerships. As profit margins shrink on vehicle sales, dealers are looking for creative ways to make up the difference. The friends and family fee is just one example of how they offset those massive discounts. While these fees are often presented as unavoidable, the truth is they can sometimes be negotiated or even removed entirely. The key lies in understanding the tactics dealerships use to distract buyers with one hand while sneaking in additional charges with the other. As buyers grapple with these hidden fees, the broader question is why dealerships are slashing prices so dramatically in the first place. The answer reveals a shift in the market that is reshaping the entire car buying experience. Why are prices dropping? To understand why dealerships are offering such steep discounts, you need to look at the broader picture. For years, car dealerships thrived on the perfect storm of high demand and limited supply. But as the pandemic supply chain issues eased, production ramped up, and suddenly there were more vehicles on the lot than buyers willing to take them home. This oversupply has forced dealerships to get creative, slashing prices to attract customers. At the same time, consumer demand is shifting. High interest rates and economic uncertainty are making buyers more cautious about large purchases. Trucks and SUVs, which were once flying off the lot, are now sitting idle. Dealers have no choice but to lower prices to move inventory. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Those price cuts are directly impacting profits. Public dealership groups are reporting a steady decline in profits per vehicle sold. The gap between asking prices and actual selling prices is growing, driven by the need for bigger discounts. As dealerships fight to stay competitive, they are sacrificing profit margins just to get customers in the door. And yet, these discounts aren't always what they seem. Behind every deal is a hidden cost that could leave buyers paying more than they bargained for. As dealerships struggle to maintain profits, they're adopting a new strategy to stay afloat. This shift has nothing to do with discounts. It's all about changing what you see when you walk onto the lot. A changing landscape. Walk into many dealerships today and you'll notice something curious. The first row of cars, the ones prominently displayed to catch your attention, is no longer filled with shiny new models. Instead, dealerships are putting used vehicles front and center. This is no accident. It's a calculated shift that speaks volumes about the state of the industry. Dealerships are struggling to make money on new vehicles. While discounts on new cars attract attention, the real profits are being made on used inventory. Unlike new cars, which come with fixed costs and slim profit margins, savings. Used vehicles offer dealerships far greater flexibility. They can acquire used cars at auction or through trade-ins, often at a fraction of their resale value. This allows them to mark up prices and pocket the difference. This strategy is not just about maximizing profits, it's about survival. With new vehicles sitting unsold for weeks or even months, dealerships are turning to used cars to keep the lights on. But this shift comes with its own challenges. Dealers must still move new inventory to avoid costly floor plan fees, which accrue when vehicles sit on the lot for too long. The result is a delicate balancing act, one that's reshaping the way dealerships operate. This evolving strategy is not just about surviving the current market, it's changing how dealerships prioritize their inventory. But what does this mean for buyers looking for the best deals? The implications go far beyond price tags. The real cost of a great deal. When you see a sticker price slashed by thousands, it feels like you've hit the jackpot. Who wouldn't want to save $20,000 on a brand new truck? But behind every great deal lies a story of compromise, strategy, and sometimes outright deception. Dealerships are not altruistic, they're businesses fighting to survive in a volatile market. That seemingly unbeatable discount may be the bait in a much larger trap. Here's how it works. Dealers draw you in with the promise of massive savings, but the moment you sit down to finalize the deal, the costs start creeping back up. These costs come in many forms: extended warranties, paint protection plans, anti-theft devices, and of course those notorious friends and family fees. Some buyers have reported final costs exceeding the original MSRP after these add-ons are factored in. Why do dealers rely so heavily on these tactics? The answer is simple: shrinking profit margins. In the past, dealerships could count on healthy profits from new car sales. But as manufacturers push for tighter control over pricing and discounts grow steeper, dealers are being forced to find alternative revenue streams. Every add-on they sell, every fee they charge, contributes to their bottom line. For buyers, this creates a minefield. How can you ensure you're actually getting a good deal? The first step is to recognize that the advertised price is just the starting point. The real cost of your vehicle includes all the extras dealers try to tack on. Knowing what to look for and what to say no to is crucial. The discount may seem enticing, but understanding what happens behind the scenes is essential. These tactics are just the tip of the iceberg. What's really driving this race to the bottom in pricing lies deeper in the dynamics of dealership survival. Behind the showroom curtain, when you walk into a dealership, you're stepping into a carefully orchestrated environment. Every detail, from the placement of cars on the lot to the lighting in the showroom, is designed to influence your buying decisions. But what most buyers don't see is the financial struggle happening behind the scenes. At the heart of the dealership's operations is something called the floor plan, a financing arrangement that allows dealers to stock their lots with new vehicles. Dealers don't outright own most of the cars you see on their lots. Instead, they pay interest on these vehicles while they remain unsold. The longer a car sits, the more it costs the dealership. This creates immense pressure to move inventory quickly. Now combine that with the current market conditions: high interest rates, cautious consumers, and an oversupply of vehicles. Dealers are caught in a bind. They need to sell cars to reduce their floor plan costs, but they also need to offer steep discounts to attract buyers. It's a vicious cycle that leaves many dealerships operating on razor-thin margins. And then there's the added layer of competition. Dealerships in the same area are fighting for the same pool of buyers. And with the internet making price comparisons easier than ever, shoppers are more empowered. To stay competitive, dealerships have to undercut one another, sometimes at their own expense. The pressure on dealerships isn't just shaping how they sell cars, it's also influencing what they sell, and what's taking center stage on lots across the country might surprise you. Used cars on the front lines. If you've been to a dealership recently, you may have noticed something unusual. The shiny new models that used to dominate the front rows have been replaced by pre-owned vehicles. This is no accident. Dealerships are deliberately shifting their focus to used cars, and for good reason. Used cars are a goldmine for dealerships. Unlike new vehicles, which come with fixed costs and strict manufacturer pricing, used cars offer far greater flexibility. Dealerships acquire them through trade-ins or auctions, often at prices well below their retail value. This allows them to mark up prices and pocket significant profits. But why the sudden shift? The answer lies in the challenges facing new car sales. As discounts grow and profit margins shrink, dealerships are finding it increasingly difficult to make money on new vehicles. Used cars, on the other hand, are a safer bet. They don't come with the same floor plan costs, and the demand for affordable, reliable vehicles remains strong. This shift is also reshaping how dealerships operate. Some are even becoming glorified used car lots, prioritizing pre-owned inventory over new. It's a strategy born out of necessity, but one that carries its own risks. Relying too heavily on used cars could leave dealerships vulnerable if market conditions change. For buyers, this trend has both upsides and downsides. On the one hand, the increased focus on used cars means more options and potentially better deals. On the other hand, it's a reminder that dealerships are always looking for ways to maximize their profits, often at the buyer's expense. The rise of used cars is a symptom of a larger issue facing dealerships. To truly understand what's happening, you need to look at how salespeople are adapting to this new reality. The skills salespeople forgot. There was a time when car salespeople were master negotiators. They knew how to read a customer, build rapport, and close a deal. But during the recent years of high demand and limited supply, many of these skills fell by the wayside. With cars practically selling themselves, salespeople didn't need to work as hard. Now the tables have turned. Today's market is forcing salespeople to relearn the art of the deal. Gone are the days when they could simply say, if you don't buy it, someone else will. With fewer buyers and more inventory, salespeople must actively pursue leads, follow up with customers, and even cold call potential buyers. It's a dramatic shift, and not everyone is adapting well. The pressure is especially intense for newer salespeople who entered the industry during its recent boom. Many of them have never had to negotiate or build relationships with customers. As the market tightens, these salespeople are struggling to keep up, leading to higher turnover rates at dealerships across the country. For buyers, this is both a challenge and an opportunity. On one hand, inexperienced salespeople may make the buying process more frustrating. On the other hand, their lack of negotiation skills can work in your favor. Knowing how to navigate these interactions is key to getting the best deal. The pressure on salespeople is just one piece of the puzzle. To truly understand the dynamics at play, you need to look at how dealerships are balancing their priorities in this ever-changing market. The balancing act of inventory management. Behind every dealership's showroom lies a logistical puzzle: how to balance new and used inventory. Dealers know that focusing too much on one can leave the other neglected, but the reality is that not all inventory is created equal. Used cars are more profitable, but they can't sustain the brand image that new vehicles provide. Meanwhile, new cars come with their own burdens, from floor plan costs to manufacturer quotas. This balancing act has never been more challenging. Manufacturers are still producing at pre-pandemic levels, while demand has shifted dramatically. Dealers are stuck with rows of unsold new vehicles, each one accruing interest and eating into profits. To offset these losses, they're leaning harder on used cars, which can turn a quicker profit and offer more flexibility in pricing. For buyers, this creates a unique opportunity. The surplus of new cars means dealerships are willing to negotiate harder than ever to move them off the lot. At the same time, the focus on used cars has led to greater variety and better deals in that segment as well. But navigating this landscape requires understanding the dealership's priorities and how to leverage them to your advantage. Dealerships are walking a tightrope, and it's the buyers who have the power to tip the balance. Understanding these priorities gives you an edge, but there's an even bigger dynamic shaping this market, one that starts with the dealership's front lines. Spotting a genuine deal. When you see a dealership advertising $20,000 off a truck or an SUV, it's hard not to feel a rush of excitement. But how can you be sure the deal is genuine? The truth is, not every discount is what it seems. Many of these offers are carefully crafted to look irresistible while hiding hidden costs or conditions that can drive up the final price. The first step in spotting a genuine deal is understanding the fine print. Advertised prices often come with conditions, like financing through the dealership's preferred lender or trading in a vehicle that meets specific criteria. For example, a $20,000 discount might only apply if you qualify for several stacked incentives that most buyers don't meet. It's also important to research the vehicle's true market value. Tools like Kelley Blue Book and Edmunds can provide insights into what others are paying for similar models in your area. Compare those prices to the dealership's offer, and you'll quickly see if the advertised deal is as good as it claims to be. Finally, always ask questions. If a deal seems too good to be true, dig deeper. Ask about additional fees, required financing terms, and any restrictions on the offer. Salespeople are trained to focus your attention on the discount, but staying vigilant ensures you won't be caught off guard by hidden costs. A genuine deal is out there, but finding it requires careful navigation. Once you know what to look for, the next step is mastering the most powerful negotiation tool in your arsenal: your ability to walk away. The power of walking away. Walking away from a deal is one of the most effective strategies a buyer can use. it's also one of the hardest. After all, dealerships are designed to make you feel committed the moment you step through the door, but knowing when and how to walk away can save you thousands. Dealerships thrive on urgency. Salespeople might tell you the car you want is in high demand or that the deal will expire by the end of the day. These tactics are meant to pressure you into making a decision before you've had time to think. But here's the truth. No deal is truly final until the papers are signed. Cars are rarely as scarce as they seem, and dealerships are almost always willing to negotiate further. Walking away sends a powerful message. It shows the dealership that you're serious about getting the best deal and that you're not afraid to take your business elsewhere. In many cases, a salesperson will follow up with a better offer within days, sometimes even hours. This tactic works especially well in today's market, where dealerships are under immense pressure to move inventory. Of course, walking away doesn't mean you should give up on a deal entirely. Leave your contact information and express your willingness to continue negotiations if the terms improve. This keeps the door open for a better offer while giving you time to explore other options. The ability to walk away gives you leverage, but sometimes the best deals aren't found locally. Expanding your search beyond your immediate area can unlock opportunities you never knew existed. Expanding your search opens the door to better deals, but to truly take control of the car buying process, you need to understand the mindset of the dealership itself. Knowing how they think can give you the ultimate edge. Understanding dealer psychology. Car dealerships are not just selling vehicles, they're selling themselves. Every interaction, every negotiation tactic is designed to shape your perception and guide your decision making. Understanding dealer psychology is key to staying one step ahead. At its core, a dealership's goal is to maximize profit while keeping you happy enough to return in the future. This delicate balance influences everything they do. For example, salespeople are trained to build rapport and make you feel like you're getting a personalized deal, even if the offer is standard for every buyer. One common tactic is anchoring, starting with a high initial price to make subsequent discounts seem more significant. Another is scarcity marketing, where salespeople emphasize limited availability to create a sense of urgency. Recognizing these tactics allows you to stay in control and avoid being manipulated. Dealerships also rely on emotional appeals. They might highlight the status or lifestyle associated with a particular vehicle, or play up the excitement of driving off the lot in a brand new car. While these appeals can be compelling, it's important to stay focused on the financial aspects of the deal. Understanding how dealerships think gives you the upper hand, but the real power lies in combining this knowledge with actionable strategies. The next step is putting it all together to secure the deal you deserve. The rise of online deals. The internet has revolutionized how we shop, and car buying is no exception. In the past, buying a car meant visiting multiple dealerships, enduring hours of negotiation, and often leaving feeling uncertain about whether you got the best deal. Today, online platforms have made it possible to compare prices, review dealership reputations, and even complete the buying process from the comfort of your home. Online car marketplaces like Carvana, Vroom, and even manufacturer-backed platforms are becoming increasingly popular. These platforms allow buyers to browse inventory, secure financing, and arrange delivery without ever setting foot in a dealership. For many, convenience and transparency are game changers. Dealerships too are adapting. Most now have robust online presences, offering virtual showrooms and the ability to negotiate prices via email or chat. This shift is about more than just convenience. It's also a response to growing buyer expectations for transparency. Online tools let you see real-time inventory, access detailed vehicle histories, and even calculate out-the-door pricing, making it harder for dealerships to hide fees or inflate costs. But online shopping isn't without its challenges. While virtual platforms provide convenience, they can lack the personal touch of in-person interactions. Additionally, some buyers may feel uneasy about purchasing a vehicle they haven't seen or driven. That's why many hybrid models are emerging, combining online tools with traditional dealership experiences. Online platforms are reshaping the car buying experience, but the rise of electric vehicles is adding another layer of complexity to the market, one that savvy buyers need to understand. The EV effect. Electric vehicles are no longer niche products. With major automakers rolling out new models every year, EVs are rapidly becoming mainstream. This shift is driven by changing consumer preferences, stricter government regulations, and advances in battery technology. But the rise of EVs is also creating ripples throughout the automotive industry, affecting everything from pricing to dealership strategies. One of the most significant changes is how EVs are priced. Many automakers are adopting direct-to-consumer consumer models, similar to how Tesla operates. This means fewer dealerships and more consistent pricing across regions. For buyers, this eliminates the need for haggling, but also reduces opportunities to negotiate discounts. At the same time, the growing focus on EVs is putting pressure on dealerships to adapt. Selling EVs requires specialized training for salespeople and service technicians, as well as significant investments in charging infrastructure. Some dealerships are embracing the challenge, while others are struggling to keep up. For buyers, the rise of EVs presents unique opportunities. As automakers shift their focus to electric models, they're offering steep discounts on gas-powered vehicles to clear inventory. Additionally, government incentives and tax credits can make EVs more affordable than ever, especially when combined with low operating costs. EVs are reshaping the market, but as discounts on traditional vehicles grow, buyers face a critical decision: act now or risk missing out on the best deals of the decade. What happens when discounts disappear? Massive discounts on new vehicles won't last forever. The current wave of price cuts is driven by a unique combination of factors: oversupply, economic uncertainty, and the rapid adoption of EVs. But as the market stabilizes, these deals will become harder to find. Dealerships are already working to adjust their strategies. Some are reducing their reliance on discounts by focusing on value-added services, like extended warranties and subscription-based maintenance plans. Others are investing in new technologies, such as augmented reality showrooms and AI-driven pricing algorithms to create more personalized buying experiences. For buyers, the message is clear: now is the time to act. Whether you're considering a discounted gas-powered truck or a cutting-edge EV, the current market offers opportunities that may not come again. Waiting too long could mean paying significantly more as inventories normalize and demand picks up. With discounts fading, the power dynamic between buyers and dealerships is shifting. Understanding how to navigate this new landscape is crucial to making the most of your car buying experience. A buyer's market, and for the first time in years, buyers have the upper hand. Oversupply, declining profits, and evolving dealership strategies have created a buyer's market that rewards those who do their research and negotiate confidently. But taking advantage of this environment requires more than just showing up at a dealership. Start by setting clear priorities. Know what you want in a vehicle, what you're willing to compromise on, and how much you're prepared to spend. Use online tools to research prices, compare options, and identify potential discounts. Armed with this information, you can approach negotiations with confidence. Leverage the competition between dealerships. If one isn't willing to meet your terms, another likely will. Be willing to walk away and explore options in neighboring cities or states if necessary. Remember, you have the advantage in this market, and dealerships are more motivated than ever to make a sale. Thanks for watching. What do you think about these massive discounts? Deal or deception? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.